Good morning. I'm almost back to being human. Almost. Let's trim back some of this. Whew. Hey, Joe. Good morning. Yo, Joe. And other guy. Oh, and you too. Hey, Peter. What's going on, man? Oh, Peter. Anyway, hope everybody had a good Friday and a good day yesterday. I apologize. I woke up and it's like there's no fucking way. You can probably still hear it. I'm still recovering from whatever the fuck it is I had. Morning, George, and my esteemed colleagues. Good morning, Ken. Shame, shame, shame! You abandon your adoring masses or something. My adoring stooges. Watch Mr. Bean Christmas. Oh, God. Kenny. Mr. Bean Christmas. What a great character. Hey, Peter. Hey, Joe. Who doesn't love Mr. Bean? Bumbling Mr. Bean. He did a comedy series called The Thin Blue Line, I believe, that my wife and I watched. Oh, God, it's got to be at least a decade ago now. I got to tell you, he's just such a funny guy. British comedy all the way. Love Mr. Bean. He raced in the TDF. Did he really? There's only one Christmas movie. Die Hard. Only one, huh? I would likely argue that point. Watched a good one last night. We watched White Christmas, 1954, Michael Curtiz. It's a family favorite. Well, I was just a big car nerd. Is he really? That's too bad. In one movie, he ended up on the course with the other racers. No kidding. I should try to. I know I've seen it, but for the life of me, I can't remember it now. I just going to ask a very interesting question here for a second. I'm not looking for any details or any specifics. How many people here have daughters? Particularly daughters who are tweens to teens. Well, shit. I like the different Christmas Carol retellings. Yeah. I'm a very big Christmas Carol fan. I love the 19. I like actually. How many have I seen now? 4 versions. Each one, I think, has an interesting retelling. The George C. Scott version, which I think was the late 70s. The Alistair McClare version from 1953, I think. I'm sorry, Alistair Sim. And then the one from 1940, 38, somewhere like that. I have 2. Thank you, Ken. Flashcard was Rick Mail. Oh, yeah, Rick Mail was great. Who doesn't like the young ones? I actually watched the young ones, about 6 months ago. My older daughter was sitting with me in the room, and she's like, "What the fuck are you watching?" I'm like, oh my God. How do you explain to them? Classic. So these edges aren't quite exactly where I wish they were, but you know what? They're close enough, and I will survive. Rick Mayall, the people's poet. I don't have kids. Sorry, guys. This thing is still kicking my ass a little bit. I believe Joe has at least one daughter in that group. Okay. I think this is good enough for what I need. So we've now got one of these things ready to go, and we're now going to work on the second one. Ferment some garlic. Cures all. For real? I think anything with garlic I'm good with. My daughter's coming home tonight. My younger daughter is coming back from, do they have a game? No, I don't think they have a game today. I think they got rehearsal or practice today, and then she'll be home after that. So By early evening, the whole family will be in the house for the first time in a while. Very excited about that. Yeah, Jocelyn, one daughter known of. known of. I did have wild days when younger. Didn't we all? Yeah, that we know of. Easiest ferment. Add organic garlic to raw honey. Lasts forever. Really? Interesting. Two great tastes I never thought would go great together, but I guess they do. Okay, let's work on the next one. Anyway, hope everybody had a good Saturday. Hey, Edwin, good evening. How are you, my friend? Hope everybody had a very good Saturday. Short. Not happening. When? Daughters, first they break your world and they break your wall, and finally they break your heart. They found some in Pharaoh's tomb. It was still edible. And did they try it to make sure that it was? Break my heart. Only if they marry poorly. Other than that, I don't think my daughters would break my heart. I mean, the first two, absolutely. I got a number of, we've recently had family and friends. There's been a sort of a spate of births recently. And I love it. I miss that time. I love it. All right, let's get another one of these bad Larrys out. I think we are going to throw at least this one back in here because you never know. And these two go into the spare, into the spares. Yes, they did taste it. Are you still on the garlic has to be organic shit? It was meant as you have to let them go and survive on their own. Well, that's true. One of them is clearly on her way to doing that. The other one, a little less, but working on it. Okay. Ray. What's going on, Ray? Good morning. Okay. Because dyslexia strikes all the time. All the time, first of all, which is the back end. Not that it matters per se. They're all pretty straight. Okay. There we go. Yep. Yes, I am, Ray. Quite the entrance today. Hey, Nick, good morning. Nick, if memory serves, has two children, both extremely young, but yes. And Edwin, question for you. Your nieces in particular, age ranges? I'm just kind of curious. When someone asks if you're a god, you say yes. At least you're consistent. Absolutely. Nick, Peter. Nick, what's going on, brother? Okay, let's cut. Nothing like a sharp blade to really do something, mostly. Cut some of it. Nephew was 11, niece was 8. Yep. Thank you, Edwin. Did you hear about these Christians? They say they're poor. They only have one God. I know. But if it's the right one, why do you need more? So I have an issue. I don't know what color to give the Ma K kit. Oh, Joe. I think that's a good problem to have. It's because I am a cheapo. I don't want to risk it for men because raw honey is big bucks. Big bucks. Pink. Got last paycheck of the year and company did not give bonus. This is sheer. Huh. Really? Deep and vibrant candy apple reg. I think that would be pretty good. And then you can weather it. Oh, God, yeah. Joe, just wing it and trust your instinct. Pink glitter. Girl, it comes in its own wrapper for fuck's sake. It says glue parts. I need to start thinking colors. Jelly of the month. Joe, I think either of those, again, going kind of out on a limb. The thing about Ma K is it's designed to be like armor, except that you can kind of go out of your way and do some crazy shit. With reds and blues and whites. I mean, if you take a look at like what Lincoln Wright's done. In fact, I'll pull out the Lincoln Wright book in a second. And we can just kind of use it as an example. But what's cool is the sky's the limit. Oops, let's also do this. Keep forgetting, let's do the live chat. There we go. Now everything comes through in order. Because it has glue parts, I need to start thinking. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so we got one of these things ready to go. Take a quick break. I'm not 100% today, guys, so if I do things slowly, no problem. KY? Wow. Wow. And on the back, he does show, man, I gotta tell you, that's what I'm working towards, by the way. If you take a look at like a lot of that stuff, like that. But you can see he's got like over here, for example, he's got a nice like light blue. I'm sorry, Nick. This isn't that type of self-examination. Have you ever opened that book? Have I opened the book? Yeah. Have I read through it in depth? No. Because basically it's a coffee table book. I mean, there's some things on here that I think are really, really good. The level of eye he has for weathering is incredible. I mean, look, he's obviously studied under some of the best. There you go. Even just like Snow White, Annual pay raise around New Year's time in Freedom Land. Do you get an annual pay raise around New Year's? No, of course not. I haven't had a pay raise. Over a decade. What was yours? You always work so expeditiously. Expeditiously. What is Ammo Night Smart Gun? What is Make? There's the Ammo Night, Joe. Full tilt boogie. Prototype in white. One of the things I do appreciate about him is that, he uses lacquers to do, he'll use any paints. He'll use lacquers to do weathering. Interesting. Ray, my intensity will run me out if I use non-organic garlic in a ferment. Wow. Oh, that's my baby ammonite. My baby ammonite. What's a pay raise? Only pay raise I ever gotten was a change of employer. Exactly. For not running barter town. 120 scale. Oh boy. Oh, it's in my contract that I get an annual salary adjustment every year, but don't get a Christmas bonus. Hey, as long as there's something, that's fine, right? As long as there's something that kind of shows from the company that there's interest, right? I've been told for years, because I'm partly commissioned, they're like, if you want to make more money, go sell more. I'm like, fuck you. Axe Knight. In fact, there's some stuff here I'm going to take a look at. Like, for example, like the corrosion using, like right here on the, sorry, right there, using the stippling, like using that texturing method to create more corrosion than necessarily to create a full textured surface. I have to leave to get a raise, but yeah, I got a thermal camera off this. You got a thermal camera. Huh. Anyway. I do like sort of that bright green color. It's the same color on the surface. I do like that. Anyway, this guy's great. Lincoln Wright is fantastic. I'm not buying any more of his shit. I've actually unsubscribed from his list just because it's like, dude, I appreciate everything that you're doing. I bought your stuff. I think it's cool, but I don't need necessarily to support you financially. Just, you're great. Here's an interesting color. That sort of light, almost like a baby blue type of color that's been weathered to fuck. And I don't know if that's a water slide or if that is painting, but that snake detail is fabulous. Anyway, but there you go, Joe. Lots of choices, and there is no right and there's no wrong. Whatever you want. Let's see. There's coffee from one of my donors at the intersection. Wow, so nice of them. You can Predator style home movies. I really appreciate the look at the book. Yeah, no worries, Joe. And if you haven't, again, what I think it shows is that there is no right and wrong. With Machining Krieger, it really is about whatever colors you want to put on there. And if you want to do sparkly pink, sure. Maybe I'm asking a silly question, but if you haven't had a raise in a decade, isn't your salary of less value due to inflation? Is there no mechanism to account for that? Yeah, I'm basically told sell more. And last year, 2024, I had my best year at the company. This year, not so much. That's not going to go into the details on it. But yeah, So the value of what I'm making is going down. And in particular, last year when we transitioned to insurance through my company versus where my wife was working, that was a massive hit financially. The amount of money that I'm actually bringing home per week is borderline useless. Are you in Longmeadow today? Was probably Starbucks. If you're lucky, maybe you'll get a half an Alex's bagel. I say make it a race car showroom paint job instead. You could do that too. US sucks when it comes to things like employment. It does. And Nick, no offense, you're in one of the worst states for that. The minimum wage in Texas is like $7.85. Up here in Massachusetts, it's $15. I'm trying to think, how does somebody survive on $7.85 an hour? Be the problem with commission base. Now I'm lost more than ever. Nice, Joe, but you're lost in thought. What was your point about daughters? I'm not sure. I just wanted to ask, but I'm not sure I necessarily wanted to go down that rabbit hole right now. Let me think about it for a second, Ken. Ken, and you and I can talk offline if necessary. Trust me, there's nothing nefarious I'm asking. It's just something that's a lot of stuff in the news, and it's just been making me think about daughters. Peter, I'm thinking that as well. Hold a second. At $7.85 an hour, they should be part-time and still in high school. Absolutely. But your state goes by what the federal guideline is, which is unrealistic. Your state also has the worst, what they call it, the worst insurance, health insurance subscriptions. Fuck them. They can figure it out themselves. Fuck them. Basically. This is why I love Texas, and I can't go to Texas. As well. Yeah, I think a showroom paint job would be great. There's nothing that says that you can't do maquet in brand spanking new paint. Like, if you think about guys who do things like Formula One finishes, that'd be great. Something can come with panhandling. Yep. Gotcha. We're just wondering as I am in the daughter demographic. Oh, I know. 75 doesn't even cover your AC bill in Texas. Yeah. Probably not too far from the truth. All right, let's get cooking along here. Maybe at the very end, I will chime in as to why I'm asking. I'm stating this. Okay, next, let's do this one, which is going to be like this. I now realize I really need to draw this out so I don't cock it up, cut it the wrong way. I will likely early next year, get a few new blades for this chopper. This thing is really, really good. But having a couple of spare blades would not be a bad idea. Oops. Wouldn't cover my glue habit. Yeah, exactly. I mean, think about it. I mean, I don't know how much. Okay, so we're just talking about like Starbucks as an example. I mean, a Starbucks coffee is about what, $5-6? So you're literally having to work 1 hour for a cup of coffee. Doesn't make a lot of sense. All right, we're grinding this down. It cut well. It just cut at an angle. This at least cuts a little bit more easily than an L using a chopper. Before I forget, Peter. Oops, sorry. Let me read through a couple things. Testers or Tamiya? It's honestly not meant as snark or a mean spirit. It is an honest question. If salaries or workers have less or no rights, income is tied up in insurance. Peter, I know where you're going with this, and I know exactly. I don't think you're being offensive or mean spirited at all. We're fucked. Having, I keep thinking back to Orwell's 1984. And we have and this is not a political party thing, but we have for many, many, many years been sold a bill of goods about let the companies do well and all the benefits will come to you. And that doesn't work. We have let people believe that unions are bad and that, sorry, we can't afford to give you raises, bonuses, whatever, because I need to go out and buy a Ferrari. In fact, he hasn't been in on a while, but Lucas, the owner of his company, I think, did that a few years back. They didn't get any bonuses, and the boss took the money and bought himself a new Porsche. I believe I got that story right. I'd have to once again confirm it, but I believe that is the case. Again, have to start with no horse farms. Starbucks equals $6. Yep. Oh, I am. We're 2.5 bags of chips. Scary. Those ones have gone down the toilet, especially. What are these readings? The U.S. proclaims them. Peter, why don't we table this conversation till like the last, say, 15 minutes of this conversation? Because it'll go hand in hand with what I was just saying with the question about daughters. Sold my soul to the company store. Yep. All right. We got one of these done. So very fair questions you're asking. Okay. We got that one. What I'm not going to do now, I am not going to glue these pieces in yet. I'm going to wait until we get the long piece in first, and then we'll cut. I'm trying to supplement my pay with trading, paper trading. Brushing up on the market. What is paper trading? Okay, this should be, if I'm correct, 72 or 73? 73? Let's see. Sorry, my friends. Yep, 73. Fine by me. This is just a very cool forum. They usually are willing to answer honestly to my random questions from silly foreigner. No, actually, I don't think what you're asking is crazy at all. I very much appreciate the questions. And Peter, to be completely fair and honest with you, I don't have a good answer for you. I've never understood how people can look upon what they do and basically do the opposite of what's good for them. But that's always been the United States hallmark, I guess. Don't tell me what I can't do. I can do whatever the fuck I want, and if it's wrong for me and bad for me and whatever, fine, my choice. Okay. And that angst is fed by those who can control that messaging. But we'll continue that, like I said, the last 15 minutes of the show. That was 16 Tons by Merle Travis, 1946. New practice trades. Money. Oh, all right. So you're talking about stock market. Interesting. I'm not sure I would necessarily want to. I don't know. I don't have the stomach, I guess, for that kind of thing, Nick. But it's interesting that either you're pursuing it because you want to, or pursuing it because you need to. 73. Just gonna take this piece right off. Ooh, long way to go. Okay. I'm gonna go a little long. It's 74, and then we're just gonna cut back, which is fine. There we go. Let's see. I'm too bad of a loser to be able to trade stocks. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would definitely call it wrong. I couldn't do any of that stuff. But I appreciate that there are people who can. Let's put that right there. Both. Interesting. Yeah. Wow. Closer to the wood stove, he'll be inside of it. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully, no singeing. So in and out in under 5 minutes most times. And are you finding that you're actually being financially, you're making some money? At the bench. Woo woo. Nice. Loves the warmth ray. Maybe that's because he's like Beelzebub cat. Okay, got that. Oh, get you back. Beelzebub. Let's get a sip of coffee going, shall we? Peter, I don't think I asked. How's your time away from work, and how's time with your blood family? It's not open, so at least that's that. But he's like puddles, warm laundry. Nice. That's cute. That is cute. There we go. Signs perfect specimen. They only that works with you and release a chemical for you to love them. Did they really? I didn't realize that they actually did that. Really? Like a certain type of pheromone that just makes us love them? Yeah, but with my funds, the goal is to get good enough and get a prof fund. Account. Basically, you pay to test, and if good, you get funded. It's like 300. You get 50K to use. Pay out 90% of the profit. Interesting. Of course, me being the skeptic, I listen to that. I'm like, sounds like a Ponzi scheme, but hey, I don't know enough about it, so I can't really speak. But if it's kind of working out in your favor and you're liking it, cool. I am not a gambling man. More of a rambling man. Yeah, parasite. Oh, okay. That's toxoplasmosis, probably. Getting away from work, especially the current project, is such a necessary breath of fresh air, and I love spending time with my family. Really rekindled our bonds after Dad died. Again, Peter, as we start to get to know each other, first of all, my condolences on your dad. Can I ask when he passed away? And how many people are in your family, your immediate family, or maybe your extended family, if you don't mind me asking? All right, let's see what we got here. Oops, come on, you stooge. All right, I think we are going to glue this one in now. Now that I know where abouts this piece is going to go. Then again, I don't really need to. Okay. I'm glad I went to 74. That's for sure. But a mulch company, some companies give away pallets. A mulch company? A line painting company, parking lots. Low overhead, yeah. As soon as I say it, it will take off. Garbage can cleaner. Garbage can cleaner. All right. Now let's see what we got. There's the blade. Pretty fucking good. That's what both sides of this look like. If I can do this, this might be a little too long right now. Yeah, too long. Have to cut it back or trim it back. So the 74 was a little too long, which is fine. Here do I seen it? A commercial on TV. Are you serious? That's a huge thing down here. Really? You charge $25 per can, $15 per can after. Huh. That's for real? Okay, let's get some of these glued into place. Tack it in, and then we'll slide it up and down. Okay. Come on. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here. I'm just trying to get this thing. Yeah, good enough. And then we can, again, the corners will probably get cleaned up a little bit. Okay. All right, let's read through here. It's just not everywhere. Wow. They charge 60 per can and another 15 to use a perfume on it after if you want it to smell good. That's a real fucking job. Wow. I can see it becoming a thing in warmer climates. Well, in Texas, I guess that does make sense. They have a machine on the back of the truck, and some garbage companies in Japan do it when they pick up your can. Wow. Died dead in 2020 after a 5-year battle with melanoma. Yeah. I moved back home for the last 3 years to help out and support him and mom. Nice. So you've got a mother and sister, is that correct? I was sprayed with Tom Ford. Ode to wood. God. Okay, Nick, my daughter and her friends want a job this summer, so I told them that they are getting prepared. Nice. Send them to Texas. Family is just mom, brother, sister, and me. Okay, so you got a brother. Got it. Grandparents are also passed. Yep. They have a deal on the truck that does all the work. They just pull a handle and boom, $60. Well, except for the cost of the truck. Damn. Thank you, Peter, by the way. I appreciate that. Appreciate that info and insight. Okay. This has to get pulled back a little bit more. Still not quite 100%. A little too far out. So yesterday, as I was getting I'm continuing to get my server up and running. I managed to get watch a couple things, just parts of a couple movies. I watched part of Breaking Away, Peter Yates, 1979. Cutters versus the College Kids. Love that film. Watched a bit of the 4K version of 2001. Okay. Bubblegum Crisis Pink it is. Nice. Bubblegum Crisis. Yeah, there we go. Sarah just woke up and told me pink and right in front, Turbo Dork. So boom. Nice. Good choices, Joe. I think those are good choices. Come on. Struggling a little bit here with getting this thing trimmed down enough. Hey, Mike, good morning. What's going on, brother? Cutters! Customers painted in the curb. They saw vids on people who paint customers. Oh, really? I have a Cutters cycling jersey. Do you really? Where did you get that? Emo bike team? Yes and no. Just depends. We have it painted on the curb and on the house. Morning, guys. Morning, Mike. What's going on, brother? I dub the paint scheme Pastel Diabetes. Pastel Diabetes. I love it. What's going on, Mike? How are you? Hope you're having a good holiday season so far. Hope the fam's well. Hope the kids are well. By the way, Mike, memory serves, you've got a daughter also, preteen teen. Sugar honey iced tea. Polish that up a little bit. Give me a second, guys. Not much, man. Just waking up, heading for coffee. Nice. Is the coffee ready for you? Made and ready? Or do you have to make it? Coffee sounds like a good idea. Coffee is always a good idea. Up 11 years old, going on 19. Yeah. Yeah. Heard that. Okay. Is the coffee medical grade? There should be. If it isn't, there should be. She's definitely turning into a girly girl. Yeah. Dude, it's funny. My younger daughter is the same way, Mike. It's like she suddenly become like my older daughter, kind of personality, like quirky. She's more into like D&D, the oddball thing, like Derby, um, the music she's listening to, all of that stuff. It's a lot more akin to how I was at her age, right? And my younger daughter is more like the pop girl. Now, frankly, don't care. Whatever makes them happy, I'm all in favor of. But it is interesting to see, like personality wise, like you said, girly girl. That's what it reminded me of. Yeah, girly girl. Okay, I think we're close enough to just getting this stuff glued into place now. Because frankly, I'm not gonna spend all fucking day working on this. It's already 7:10. I want to get the glue, the stuff. Great. That didn't come out quite as well as I'd hoped. I want to get this thing secured onto the roof. Yeah, change the angle of the dangle a little too much. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here. Yeah, no. Guys, give me a minute, please. Sorry. A moment, maybe not a minute. Maybe just give me a moment. There we go. So I got to pull back. Okay. Let's take a break here. Sort of. She's more of a sporty spice. Sporty spice? Yeah, my daughter, my younger one's kind of like that too. But what does she listen to for music? A lot of the pop shit, or is she going into kind of like a lot more of what she's still young? She's probably listening to kind of like this cross between what you listen to and what she listens to. Coffee is industry floor strong. Sounds like mine, Joe. Yeah, I've got a three-nager. A three-nager? They grow up so fast, Nick. It's crazy. Yeah, hard to believe. Nick, is she really 3? Fuck. That means your son's got to be, he's turning 2 this year, right? Guys, please give me an undetermined, unlimited period of required time. Technically, they do. Technically, she's 2 until the 2nd, but that doesn't change her tude. My daughter is a buttercup, Powerpuff Girls. Wow. Yeah, she beat her whole class in a push-up competition. All the boys were shocked. Good. Put those little fuckers in place. All right, let's just start gluing shit in place. I'm kind of done with fucking around with this thing. I want to get it done. Isn't that special? She's 3 in January and he turned 1 in September. God damn, Nick. Yeah, time flies. Time fucking flies. The old swimming she does, her whole body is like steel. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, I would imagine that is quite true. Okay, this has to get trimmed. Pull back. The Girl of Steel. Almost. There we go. All right, let's try that. All right. Sleep a full night again. Not until she's married off. Right now, it's sticking to the man at school. Told him to no blanket allowed. So my daughter has been sewing to her hoodies, so they can't say anything. Nice. I like that rebellion. Hold it. Why can't she have a blanket in school? They're probably 3 to 5 years after they both move out. Right. Ain't that the truth, Nick? Sonhofer. I would like to get the doghouse done today. I really would. Just fight me all the way. What I could do is just say fuck it, glue it in place, and then just squash it. Let the thin cement kind of mold it a little bit. George, did you finish the raccoon? Yes. I've actually got it sitting here, Mike. I'll show it to you in just a second. I'm working on the vignette for it right now. So I'm scratch building a doghouse for it. Okay. Let's see if I can do this and just kind of force it to melt itself into place. That's tiny genius you got there, Joe. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, God, yeah. We need more kids like that. That's for damn sure. Give me a second here, guys. I'm just going to do the round robin thing here. Start pressing it into place because this thing needs to kind of do its thing. And this tiny genius you got there. Yeah, that's just the reverse snuggie. Reverse snuggie. This is my little Ironheart or Moon Girl. Nice. Bang. 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 Okay. So we got the trim all around. Let's see if you guys can see. There it goes. Got the trim all around. I'm going to let this dry for a little bit, and then we're going to try to get it secured on here. I'm going to sand it down, get it secured. I think we, for the moment, are all done with this. Hey, Tom. Good morning. The SDF1 hath arrived, and you with it. Good morning. What should we call the Moon Girl? She was born on the blue moon. Her middle name is Celine. Really? Katie has a long coat or a good oversize. Your daughter could sew the whole garment out of a blanket. Nice. Yes, Tom. Dream project can commence. What project? It's a toy. He's just going to break it out and put it out and then box it back up. Thomas. All right. So, Mike, real quickly, I'll show you what we got. So, that's the machining Krieger all done. So, I got the arm up a little bit more. There we go. It ain't quite, looking at now, having just looked at the work that Lincoln Wright did, it ain't quite in that caliber, but it's good. It's more dirty than it is beat the shit like his stuff. And I'm currently working on building a doghouse. Thank you. The scheme came out pretty good. I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy with that. You can display it next to the Harpy. That's right. He can. It's lighter than I expected. Cheap plastic toys. Your daughter using a sewing machine or hand stitching? Hand stitch. Nice. But I now know how big the model is. It's 1/3000 scale, while model kit is 1/4000. That is correct. Okay. Let this sit for a little bit. And while we're doing that, let's see about getting this stuff on here. All right. So the roof come together like that. We're going to sand those ends down. And now I need to get a piece. Let's see. Putting away the scraps. Yeah, I misunderstood. I thought as a kid he wanted to make more accurate. Oh no, it's the toy. That's why it's like, come on. I think we're gonna go. Let's see what the 3.2 looks like. Might actually go to the larger size. Yeah, let's go to the 4.0. That's what 4.0 looks like. I have to start the Harpy though. I have the kit. The one is the toy. Can make the toy more accurate. Yeah. Now, Tom, you've got the recent release of the Harpy, right? The Hasegawa one. There we go. I think that would be fine. So you have to crush a bit of this. May have to just kind of cut it along the seam just to split it a little bit to allow it to settle in there. Yes, I have the Hasegawa. Nice. All right, 73 mil if I'm correct. Anybody got anything special planned for the day? 73. I guess I am breaking out the cutter again. The chuapa. Last haul of the year, unless I grab something on the last day when I'm in Japan. Like, that's not going to happen. All right, chopper, chuapa. Will be gone, so I have peace planned. What are you Nick, hold it a second. What did I miss here? I only have 5 hours outside of sleeping there. Highly doubt it. Oh, Tom, where there's a will, there's a way. Nick, what's the when are the kids going to be gone? Like when they're much older or otherwise? Always grab something while in Japan. I have a closet full of grab stuff in our Hokkaido apartment. There we go. Okay. Let's see. I land 11:30, then fly next day at 11:30. Plenty of time. And you'll have Emma in tow. No problem. Emma loves this stuff. Go to like the Bandai store's got to have tons of stuff for kids. Get her like a Pokemon something. Come on. Tom. So I had plans today. Today will be, oh, yeah. Today will be gone today. Nice. Is it, so it's just going to be you and the missus? Check on your marketplaces. New tools have been coming out as organizers from these ways that you start Hobby Mio. I'm going to have to go on to AliExpress and see what all these new tools are. What kind of tools? You think I made of money? No. I think you've got some. How is Emma? Get her a job. She'll have plenty to do. Nice. Buy him some Hello Kitty stuff. Exactly. So much stuff. Yeah, just the two of us. That's just the two. Oh, can't sing. Can't sing or I get dinged. All right. Let's now put this away. All right. And this is the angle that we're going for. So now let's just see how much of an angle different. Oh, quite a bit. Okay. We're going to cut it in the center. Just kind of just scribe in there a little bit. Just to allow it to get peeled. In fact, I'm using the back of the blade rather than the front of the blade. It's almost like scribing this thing. Just to allow it to compress a little bit. Just want to see if I can get that angle. But she is a Pokemon. When child labor laws didn't exist. Do you think they exist now, Tom? Really? Have you seen what's going on in Alabama? And you see AliExpress and Google Marketplace. Yep. Did anyone win the Powerball? I don't know. Why you have extra money? You spent it on a time machine, right? Just give me whatever you think I would like. That's right. See, that's very thoughtful. Exactly. Like new power sander, new micro sander pad, new vise with magnifier, new desk organizers, and much, much more. I want it. Currently headed to raid Nick's Island. All right, I'm gonna get the 1.15 chisel, I think. No, it's actually the 2. I don't want the 2. I want the 0.15. Hello. Okay. Can take me with you. He's gonna change his username to Boat Dad. Rich Dad, yeah. Vader. Work at the intersection. No, yeah, if I won, I would be getting luxury RV, sell a house, and just live out of that. I don't know. If I won, I've said this before, I'd likely give away most of it. How much do you need? Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say that I'm not going to take care of myself and my family a little bit, but how much do you need? Oops, that's not what I want. That's what I want. How much? Hey, Keel. Good morning. What's going on, brother? Sorry, Yacht Daddy. Oh, there we go. Yeah, now it's flattening out quite nicely. Yeah, there we go. So nonprofit scholarship for the underprivileged. Yep. Yeah. Because what's the point otherwise? Amen, Joe. Yeah, there we go. Mostly flattened. I'm just going to flatten it a little bit more. Try not to split it, but okay. Yep. There we are. We got the shape. Great. That gets to stay there for a second. Oops. Nonprofit scholarship for the underprivileged. Get some diamond grills for my teeth. Diamond grills, yeah. Chanel's. If fly cars happen, yeah, he'll get an entire fleet of Priuses. I would get a Prius, that's for damn sure. Oh, you wonderful people. Doing pretty well, Keel. No complaints. It's a Sunday. I'm feeling a little better than I did yesterday, so no complaints. How about you? How's things? How's recovery going? The fuck is the pro for Prius? Prions? Priui? I think it's just Priuses, but I could be wrong. Good, bro. Cover's going well at about 95%. Nice. Keel, when are you able to get back on your feet and go out and do all those lovely things like work? Can't believe I said work. A murder of Priuses. Oh, I like that. Priuses. That's possessive time. You're right. It is. I'm back now. Just have to be careful lifting. Yeah. Usually pre-I, chosen by a public vote in 2011, though Priuses is also commonly used and accepted in English. Peter, what would we do without you? Thank you. It's looking good. Fuck Google. We got Peter. Exactly. I would rather have too much money than not enough my problem. Uh, I don't know about that, Tom. Yes and no. I have seen the good and the bad in both what my wife and I have experienced at schools, and also what my own personal experience with dealing with the uber wealthy is like. My cat is reverse Nick. She's very curious about the sanding noises. Ooh, excuse me. The official name was more fun and the ridiculous than our joke. Yeah. How much time we got? All right. Let's round those corners. Enough money problem is stressful for me. Too much money problem is stressful for others. I don't think so. I've seen family's absolutely destroyed. And I carry with me, and I won't go into it now. I'll talk to you about it next time we see each other. I carry with me a scene from many, many years ago of a young woman who had it all, and it didn't matter. My family with not enough money, not too much money, not enough time with my family. Yeah, Peter, I'm in your camp on that one, 100%. That's a practical problem to solve. Lost time is unsolvable. Exactly. Couldn't agree more. Let's see. Now that sounds like preferring a job as a REIT. I have no idea. I'm not sure I get that. We still see the family issues when there are not enough money to. Yeah. I just think that the thought of having too much money is a panacea for problems. No. No. Don't get me wrong. I would like a little bit more. But so, Mike, what's on the agenda? I'm going to get this thing done. And then I'm going to work on probably getting the Macross kit done, the little SD. I want to get that thing just painted and finished. I'm going to try to tackle one older project, one that's been sitting on the bench for a while. That one's probably going to be the one. And then I'll probably continue working on either a tank or something else. I'm also thinking I haven't done a Macross March thing in a while. So there's the possibility of working on on one of the regults, the old 1/100 scale regults. I don't know. Outside of the Macross, the SD, I genuinely haven't thought that far ahead. The Harpy is going to be a while away. I mean, I'm looking underneath here. We'll talk about it at some point, but I got, I don't know, a dozen shelf queens. So you have since you did Macross March. No, I haven't completed a Macross March kit since, like, fully completed since the Spartan, and that's 4 years ago. 3.5. To the family. Harpy. What is it with you guys in the Harpy? Hey, Tony. Good morning. Okay. The Harpy is on the agenda, but I'm going to probably end up building that and the new Harpy at the same time. I just right now, it's not the most pressing thing. If I wanted to go back into the archives and build something like fully, dude, I still got this guy who's like staring at me on the bench. I've got Misa Hayashi next to it. I've got 2 tanks sitting here. The Harpy, the Kubali, the what's it called? The Galleon from Crusher Joe, a gun cannon. Back here, I've got, oh God, I don't even want to fucking think about it. There's the Task under here too. Hey, Peter. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, I think I missed something good news. Dad is home. Yay! Happy to hear that, Tony. That's awesome, man. How's he doing? Gonna harp on that until you return to the Harpy, and please do, Tom. I'm not averse to it. I'll let you know when it comes down time for it. I promise you, Tiny Tony. Hey guys. Hey Peter. Tony is the Harpy. It's the oldest out of the ones you named at 5 years. Is the Harpy the oldest? No, probably the Kubali that's sitting up top there is. It's been pretty good. Now I hope I can get a yeah. I hope for your sake you do too, Tony. Money is not the universe. Bristol fix for problems, but I can also follow your point down. That not having enough money can also. Oh yeah, I'm not saying yes, but I think what it is we sometimes think it's like, well, if I only had a little bit more money, you're on a slippery slope. You can always wish for more money. You know, I've got wealthy clients who are like, oh, I wish I had a little bit more so I can go buy my next boat. Okay. Yankee Peep. F the Kublai. Harpy is the oldest. F the Kublai. Tom, you're funny as hell. All right, we're rounding these corners. There we go. All right, we're going to lay this thing down. I want to get this thing done. What time is it? 7:45. I'm going to get this thing done today. I think the only thing I don't need to do. There we go. The only thing I don't need to do on this thing is. Oh, wait a second. I just want to do. Let me take a look at something here. I actually think I went too long on this piece. Might have to trim it back. Nah, fuck it. I'm going to do just that. All right, I know what I need to do. I need to secure these two pieces from the underside. Let's see. See, Tim has a return to YouTube. Oh, really? I might try to catch that. I saw something pop up from Tim. It was probably a kid from the 2000s. No, actually, it's the Kublai from it's the HG Revive one. Poor neglected harpy. Nice, you guys are funny. Harpy's been waiting to be built since the 80s. Okay, fine. I understand what you're saying. Yes, you are correct. You are correct. Am I wrong? No, you're just an asshole. Tom, your point is valid. I do need to get back to a major construction project, that's for sure. I feel the need. Now I need to secure this. A second here, guys. Huh. That could work. A little round rod in there. Sure. Poor neglected harpy. Major construction project. Mucho major. Oh, I remember. Dude, I got to remember what I actually did on that thing. It's been that long. There are some, I've obviously learned a few more things along the way, which will make its construction a lot better and easier. I'm thinking this is styrene. Maybe not. We'll find out. Could be a lollipop stick for all I know. Asshole with a valid point. Very true. I'm not discounting. I am not discounting. Nope. Absolutely correct. We are going to CA this in place. And then we're going to go in from the bottom side and do the same thing. Just want to kind of get this thing started a little bit. Actually, in fact, we'll probably do it this way. Oh, fuck, I can't. Fuck. In fact, I'm not going to use the Black Sea. I'm going to use my new super thin. Oh man, the best one today. Make the Spartan look like kids play. Oh, I don't know about that. Spartan is still the magnum opus. All tools you got since the Harpy. Oh, I know. No, don't get me wrong. I know that there will be things that will make it better. I get it. Just think the Harpy is not your typical plane spaceship. It's the Ferrari Lamborghini of kits. That might be a bit strong. Okay. In fact, let's do it this way. Let's tack this thing in place. Huh. Not bad. 2-week winter break in effect. Peter, are you off for 2 weeks? Ooh. Sorry, got lost in the paint, George. I said Harpy next. No, everybody else did. Winter break. Lovely, Peter. Me too. See the scratch build new wings. Scratch build new wings. That I'm not going to do. I am not going to scratch build new wings. However, they are getting pretty well cleaned up. Oh, that's good. That's lined up quite nicely. Oh, fuck. There we go. Yikes. Well, that bonded pretty instantly. Well, details using the force, you will find issues with the wing that you need. Well, yes, there will probably be some stuff that will get done to it. Yes. All right. That tacked it. My God, this stuff here, my God, that stuff dried wicked fast. Wickedy fast. I just hope it didn't get to. I mean, this thing, wow. Yeah, this has probably touched the. It's probably touched the sides of this thing. This means extracting this thing is going to suck. But that's all right. Let's get some of this thing glued into place now. you fucking kidding me? Okay, fine. You suck. There we go. Going to use that as sort of an anchor. Oh, jeez. God damn. It already secured itself, and I haven't even... No, fuck it. It's secure now. Ooh, doggy. Let's hope I can get this thing off the building itself. I'll tell you, this glue is super good. Damn. Super good. Let's see. The shame. Shame home for years on the Harpy. Oh, I know. 6 months after he stopped working on it. Peer pressure for the win. Hey, Mike. Good morning. How are you? What's going on up in upstate New York? Good morning, fellow modelers. Most of the patterns on the A10 done. The pain, landing gear and weapons. Nice. When are you getting back to it? I was thinking, glaze and hide the Harpy. Build enough of shame and existing. Darn autocorrect. Done. Attempt at weathering. Love the A10. Which kid is it? Yeah. I've been wanting to pick up an A10 now for a while. The Great Wall Hobby one. It's just the A10C has been out of stock for a bit. All right. Okay, let's just glue this piece on. Come on. There we go. Then we got some gap filling to do in there, but that shouldn't be a problem. This we're going to thin cement into place. Zoinks. Give me a second here, guys. I want that raised a little bit. So I gotta glue it down right there. Contact points are very small on this. Might have to CA it later. There we go. There we go. All right. Doghouse is done. Let's see. I know I've missed a bunch of stuff. I apologize, guys. It's the Tamiya kit. Nice. I'm exhausted, ready for December to be over. And of course, it's snowing again this morning. Oh, really? Ugh. Sorry, Mike. I'm glad it's there, not here. No offense. So there's a little bit of gap at the top there, and what I'll do is I'm just going to fill that in either with putty or something like that, but not a problem. Let's see. Hey, Robert. Good morning. How are you? It's like the 80s, I believe. Destroyed-ish. God, I hate that autocorrect. Wish I'd love to see a sci-fi destroyed version of the A10. Really? I'm jealous, Mike. It's 75 right now. Yay, snow. Hi, Mike. Both 148. I'm hoping I didn't miss anything. Hi, Robert. Jealous, Mike. I finally emerged from post-PACCON malaise and started building it. Yay, Peter! I'm excited about that. What are you working on? It's snowing upstate. It's sunny down here in NYC. Concord. Emma is jealous of all the places with snow. Move up to Canada, Tom. 132 Rosen lot. Gunship on my card on eBay, but I haven't seen any reviews, and it's like, ooh, ouch. That's some coin. I woke up for a stream. I'm back distracted with plant chores, sort of a post-con crunch burnout, if you will. Yeah. Glad to have you on here, Robert. Thank you. All right, guys, real quickly, doghouse is done. I just got to get some, like I said, just some gap fills up top there, but this thing may actually, whether I like it or not, have glued itself to the top there, so I'm not going to be able to do anything. I was hoping to have this top removable, but I think the CA kind of took care of all that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it ain't moving. So I'll have to just kind of go in there and hand brush all the interior black. I'm scratching a sort of sci-fi hover barge. Nice! Sandpaper shingles. I forgot to do the striping in the shingles. Fuck, that's the one thing I forgot to do. We'll see. Actually. Fuck. Yeah, you always forget one thing. 32. 6 times 24, 30. Fuck. Oh, well. I'll be scribing that tomorrow, I guess. Sandpaper shingles. What's a sandpaper shingle? Spray black easier that way. There's one great one sanding the shingles. Yeah, I haven't decided on what the texturing of the surface is going to be, but probably going to do that, or just take what they call it, get a steel brush and go to town on it. The roof, though, I did forget to do the striping. Yeah, you always forget something. And shingles made from sandpaper. Really? For real? What's the shingles made from sandpaper? Huh. I guess. Does that mean I've got to layer it on, though? Could do that. Oops. Would be very realistic. I'll have to think about that. Didn't think about that so far. Oops. Pop. Layering is easy. So basically, you're just cutting strips and layer away. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. God knows I think I got plenty of 100 grit. I think I saved all my dad's sandpaper. I'll have to think about that. I could certainly do that. And then that'll actually mean I don't have to necessarily put any lines in. Yeah, I might do that. Not a bad plan. roof shingles. The only thing is, do I have to cut them? I get the idea of going this way. Do I have to cut them in this direction too? Do I literally make little blocks of shingles? Let's go strip some layer away. Let's get the sheet of sandpaper is like $4. Oh yeah, it's not about the cost of the sandpaper. That's easy enough to get. I just wondered if I had anything in stock here. All right, let me put away all the rest of this stuff. You know, Snoopy. Snoopy. Well, it's not Snoopy, but it is one of these Bluey figures. It's going to be inside. He's going to require some massaging to get him to look the way I want, but there we go. Don't let your kids watch me when I start hacking into them, though. It'll be something like that, but he's going to get fully painted and cut to look a lot more scared. Yeah, it's still easier than cutting the plow. Trying the wood grain. I might do some wood graining along the sides here. Again, didn't really think about it because most of these things are pretty well polished, so I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I might do like a little bit of wood graining. Yeah, so good things, blocks. You literally make little blocks of shingles. You keep extra and don't cut all the way through. Yeah, interesting. Sandpaper. I might do that. Cut strips of the frayed edges in the bottom. Away phone numbers at the bottom. Jesus, I was afraid you couldn't get the dog out again. Don't stress like me like that, George. Nice. All right, putting everything away, and I think we're going to call it a session. I think my wife's awake, so I'm going to head on upstairs now and go hang out with her. Need the doorway chewed up by the dog also. Might. The weathering on this I haven't kind of fully sussed out yet, but we will. Like I said, all of this is going to kind of get done in time. Like it just right now, I'm just kind of just looking at what the next steps are. You know, one of the things I like about doing a project like this is it kind of comes together organically. There are things that get done. You know, hey, I think I can add this, or I think I can do that. And sometimes a lot of that comes from ideas from you guys, and other times it's just like at the last minute, it's like I just thought of doing this. We'll see how it goes, but there will be stuff that'll get done on this thing. One great modeling realism. Sometimes there's no shortcuts. Nick. Jog chewed the round door square. Not. All right. So, guys, I'm going to call it a session. But before I take off, so there were questions as to, let me just do this. All right. I'm going to do this very briefly. So, I asked at the beginning, you know, what sort of like, have a great day, everyone, George, and see everyone later. Tony, take it easy, brother. Nick, you too, take it easy. So I asked a question about what it is, why I asked about people's daughters in particular and their ages, you know, preteen, how many people have daughters, preteen through teen. Harpy would add a lot to the vignette. You guys are killing me. I might not. So why did I ask that question? Partially because I guess I'm remarkably disappointed in the amount of protection that we are providing to people who did unspeakable things to children. And the release of these documents has been bullshit. And yeah, again, politics aside, the reason why it's very frustrating is because these are our children. And if you've got daughters, then wouldn't you want to get all this information? Wouldn't you want it to be out there and kind of uh just yeah, out there? Don't you want to know what it is that's going on and how this kind of came about and who were the people who did this? It's a gross misjustice considering the amount of redactions and lack of information coming out. And I'm only saying this in terms of think about that, because if you've got children, if you've got daughters, there are people, this wasn't a one and done thing. There are people still out there doing this kind of crap. And when they get protected at the very highest level, it's a very scary thing. I think about my girls a lot, an awful lot, during these times. And let's not forget, this isn't about, I don't give a fuck about protecting people who did bad. I'm looking about protecting people who had harm done to them, particularly when they were at an age that they can't protect themselves, or can't protect themselves because of the amount of money involved in all this. And I'm going to leave it at that. So anyway, my friends, yep, redacted, just like the UFO stuff. It will be the same arm as the Cappy. It will be riddled with holes and battle damage. Power is a very corrupting thing. Yep, Nuremberg trials again, possibly. But again, think about that. If you've got children, think about it. Capital punishment for rape. I'm not sure I want to go that far, but certainly a little further than what we're doing now. Personally speaking, I think that we're in a terrible place right now, and it bothers me to no end. Remember, these were our children that were molested and attacked, and there is no justification whatsoever in protecting the people who did this. They can't get by with it. So anyway, with that, guys, I've said my part. I'm going to bail on this now. Guys, stay safe and stay sane. Go out there and do good. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. Go out there and do justice and goodness for others. Wood chipper. Wood chipper. Ooh. Ooh. Probably not bad. That's a bit extreme, but maybe. Not even trying to hide it. No, Tony. Yep. But guys, go out there and do good. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. And seek justice for those who have been maligned, those who have been attacked. Remember, they are our children. Okay? So with that, I'll be back on tomorrow morning, same time, same channel. Enjoy the day, guys. Love you all. Do good. And I'll catch you on the flip. Peace. Oops.